welcome. I must say, you are doing a killer job hosting this. I think that we should maybe do this again next year, and we'd love it if you could return.
Yeah. By next year, you guys will all be married too.
That's right.
Exactly.
I'd be happy to see the progress.
Dedicated sinners.
So,
I love that phrase.
we have asked your handsome men some questions that we hope they've answered correctly. We don't really know, but we're gonna try.
That's okay.
I think we're gonna start with Tally.
Oh boy.
Because last time I started it that way. Give you a little time to think.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
So what?
You're
Tally,
beautiful.
your question is, what Jer's written on his piece of paper is the item of clothing that he owns that you hate the most.
What if I've thrown it all away already?
It's not your turn.
That I hate the most. Actually, no, I seriously, I've gotten rid of it all already. I'm trying to think of something that I don't like of his. I mean, where's that ugly old suit that he doesn't wear anymore? So I replaced it, but
Is that your answer?
no, I don't think so. Oh gosh.
This is for points and the
No.
trip.
Hang on, I gotta visualize it real quick.
Graham's exact thinking face.
That's what happens when you spend all those 10 years together. I don't know, I'm gonna say his bathrobe?
His bathrobe. And may we see what it actually says, Jer?
Holy or threadbare socks.
Of course!
Says the note actually says holy socks.
Darn it! But your bathrobe also needs
Holy or threadbare.
Thank you, Steve. I can see some serious thinking going on in our next couple. There's some eyebrow furrowed. So you.
He has clothing that he hates.
No.
No, you.
Clothing that.
But we've never really discussed any clothing that I hate. I don't particularly dislike any of his clothing that he wears.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Return no.
And he said no. So I would score that as a point.
Absolutely.
Good answer.
That is clearly the way to go.
All right, Miss Kathleen.
Okay. I hate to bite on Corey's style, but I actually really like the way Graham dresses, but he has an awful lot of t-shirts, and I really have to say that folding all of his t-shirts is like, when you're
If I were you. That's the line. I was
that on Twitter.
I was so close
to writing that.
to writing the sheer number of t-shirts.
When I like fold Graham's shirts because he's super busy, like before Desert Bus, so I was like, I'll do your laundry, fold your shirts. I was like 60 shirts. There's so many shirts.
But I was trying to think of clothing that you actually dislike of mine.
So what?
Oh, I don't really dislike any of your
What
clothing.
about my shitty house shoes?
Not really.
Oh well.
I think they're
another.
charming.
All right, well, we're going to keep carrying on here. We're not doing well, folks. We're not doing well. We're counting on you, Ash, to pull this one out. What item of clothing does James have that you hate more than anything?
Thank God, no.
The monkey sweater went away last year, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
I remember that sweater.
That's what I thought.
The giant yellow sweatpants disappeared randomly, and so those are gone.
What's on his piece of paper? What did he write down? You need to give us an answer.
Kate, I'm going with old man slippers.
Old man slippers. James, what did your piece of paper say?
Nothing specific, just the sheer amount of crap.
Yeah.
So,
Old man,
because you're scoring so well for us, Steve, is that
Just
none
Tons
across
of
the board?
Gilmore Girls.
No one got. I'm sorry.
They got a
You're right.
point.
You're right.
Oh yeah, they got a point. It's reflected
Good.
in the.
I got a little
Yeah.
confused there.
Ian and Corey are leading at 3 points right now.
That's what I thought. I thought they were well ahead.
Come on, Graham, we can do it.
So we're back to you, Ash, because this is how this game goes.
That's right.
Why do we get the shaft? These two in the middle.
Nope, come on.
Yeah, we got apparently.
I'm listening.
We got the wrong answer. Yeah.
So it's not my fault where you guys chose to sit.
All right.
It's how you randomly chose. So James has written down on this piece of paper his man crush. The man, what is James's man crush?
Celebrity man crush.
Oh,
Did you
really?
go that way?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, does it have to be a celebrity or just a person?
Does that have to be one?
We said
Oh, that's.
We wrote down celebrity man
I'm pretty
crush.
sure the
Celebrity
gentleman
man.
took it as celebrity
like
Yeah.
man
That,
crush.
that was as the question was worded.
Okay.
We talked about the list, but I had to narrow it down to one.
You're not gonna get it.
Who warms the cockles of his heart?
Richter Belmont.
love these faces.
Richter Belmont.
These are great.
Can't go with
You
that
will
one.
not get this.
You had that little faith in me?
I know. I had very little faith in myself. There's too many men I love.
Steve,
I know.
Steve's ready with the graphics there.
All right. I think you can, maybe.
Use your telepathy.
Yes.
I don't know if she's gonna get it though.
You can do it. Spit something out there. There is a time limit, my dear.
Oh my god, I don't.
Countdown timer.
I still got a minute!
Less than a minute.
Play the Jeopardy theme.
What did James write on his piece of paper that was his celebrity man crush?
Ashley's face betrays blind panic. So
I seriously have no freaking clue.
Alright, then what do you think it should be? Stab in the dark.
Come on.
go.
Yeah.
Spit it out.
You gotta do something. Even I'm heckling
Sorry,
you.
my favorite was Thomas. Just go.
The chat is giving a variety of helpful and unhelpful suggestions.
No, don't look. Come
Carl
on.
Sagan.
Come on.
Come on.
Probably not Carl Sagan.
No. In the hope. I forget what you said.
2, 1.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, let's
That's
see
a
your
good
piece of
one.
That's a
paper.
good one. Or then Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, clearly I would have never got that
Maybe
one.
you guys will get lucky on the last question.
Oh.
Kathleen.
Graham's celebrity man crush.
Yep.
Graham is not really a celebrity man crush type.
Doesn't really matter.
As far as you know.
So, did you guys? I feel like if you guys had forced him to answer, he probably would have come up with something.
We did force him.
Okay, because otherwise I would have gone for not really.
No, we forced him.
So. Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, that's alright.
Oh, that
Oh,
would be good too.
and what's on your piece of
You're
paper?
on the right part of the world.
What's on your piece of paper?
I figured that
We'd like to see it.
there was a non-zero chance that she would say David Tennant.
David Tennant.
That's not yours. That's mine.
Get in line.
All right.
Wait, hold on. How right would I have been if I had just said he doesn't have one?
Fairly correct. I mean, I don't think the,
Yeah, but none of these guys
the
really
main
do.
character of
Too
Saints
bad.
Row counts because that's
I am thinking about that, but I'm not a real person.
exactly.
I was.
No. Male voice number 2 from
The
Saints Row, the British one.
The British voice, yeah.
Yeah.
On
I think
to
by
our
answering David
Alberta.
Tennant, you're just saying that Kathleen is very hopeful.
Yeah.
I guess.
She's a
yeah,
hopeful person.
Exactly.
That would be a 3-way I would not be unhappy to have.
Wow.
For the children,
That is a good
Kathleen.
gift.
My inner eye.
So we're off to our Albertan sinners.
They got this. They got this.
There was some real confidence, like that you would get this right away.
The real issue is I don't know who he loves right now.
Yeah. So
Like, what's on the top of his I mind? think
Yeah.
you're gonna dial it back to all time.
No.
You're done.
That sounds like a clue, Ian.
No,
No cheating.
because it does change. It does change.
What name comes to mind for you today?
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Let's see the piece of paper.
Sir
Wow.
Sir
Wow.
Oh my god.
All right.
It's looking like the living in sin's
I
not a bad way
don't
to
think
go.
I think you just auto win right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Jer.
least confident about the last answer.
Tally. Tally.
I've had all this time to think, and I'm trying to decide whether he's gonna troll me
That's
on
my
this,
that's my favorite sports team, the Alberta Sinners.
or
The Albertas. I think they could go all the way this season.
You go all the way every season.
Come on,
They go-
what did Jer write on this paper?
Sorry, in case you didn't hear Andrew, they go all the way every season.
If you guys are enjoying this, please donate.
Please
Donate.
Please
Please
donate.
donate, because this is fun.
We're
Sally, you're up.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Okay, if he trolled me, he put Mulder, but I don't think he did.
I started the timer.
I'm gonna say, oh god, and you can't, James does not count.
No.
For zealous celebrity nonsense.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Different shot fired this whole game.
Eccleston, or that guy who played all those weird people.
I can never remember that was an answer. We're taking it.
I never remember his name.
That guy from the sports team.
I know who
Yeah,
John
he's in Fight Club, and he played the in that movie
Really?
that we just watched with
Yeah.
with.
Are you thinking of Edward Norton?
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. That's see.
Is that your answer?
We can
Not bad.
communicate.
Is that your final answer?
Sure, because I have no idea.
What does your
No.
piece of paper say,
I
Jared?
was trying to
No,
go
it's
for
not
like
Edward
the
Norton.
easy answer, which would have been Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris.
My man crush, not yours.
All right.
Although again,
Although
threesome
Ian
would be
did
fine
tell me
with
Dead
me.
Lieutenant was his number 2, so.
I have to just pause and say for a second that, the part of me that became Planeswalker Bill's mom, matron of giants, and
Yeah.
that my secret power was embarrassment. I'm like really
Very good.
feeding on it.
I know.
Like
We're adding a
I
lot
think
of
my
You're getting powerful.
I think my power is growing
That
right
guy who
here.
played all those weird guys
Yeah.
works for all of
To
them.
get to spawn giants.
Oh no.
Okay, so we're off to our last and final question.
If I don't get a single one right, do you divorce me? Or
My man
And for
crush is
excitement,
responsible for
you get to start this
Oh
time too,
gosh.
Ty.
Oh god.
All right.
No.
Now, I'll tell you right now, you might recognize this question.
Uh-oh.
So we decided it was such a good question the first round that we thought we'd ask it also in the second round. So what would you say is the most annoying habit that Jeremy has?
You should have seen this coming.
I'm confident. He's only got one.
I got so many.
Charlie?
True answer.
I have less faith in myself, apparently.
Yeah.
Charlie, what did
Oh,
Jer
gosh.
write on that piece of paper?
Okay. Can I go as non-specific as leaving his stuff around and not knowing where it is?
I suppose we
Okay.
could
I'm
go.
thinking of like
My-
his towel and his bike helmet and him picking up my things and fiddling with them and then putting them down somewhere and not even realizing
Oh,
that
I
he's
know
done
What
what
does
it.
that piece
now.
of paper
Oh,
say, Jer?
Ricky,
It says
obviously-
leaving clutter out forever.
Leaving clutter out forever. I would
That's
say
about right.
that's a point.
Yay!
I would say that's a point.
Yay!
You don't have to divorce me.
All right.
Mr. Albertan Sinner, what would you say is the most annoying habit of your lovely spouse?
Well, isn't she supposed to ask me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
Sorry.
I can answer
I
that.
got
one
that
because
wrong.
We've been.
I'm new at this game. I'm sorry.
Well, you see, he's
What did he
totally
write?
perfect and taken. Sorry. So that's.
But what's the most annoying thing he does?
Overcommits to singing songs that doesn't know the words.
If only that was the worst problem any of us had.
Well, I thought we were taking this seriously.
Oh, we are.
Flies up well.
What does your piece of paper say?
Doesn't listen properly.
Related, but that's an X as usually.
That is one of your few questions you two have gotten wrong.
Yeah.
So you've done very, very well.
You win anyway, so enjoy. All right.
Kathleen,
Okay.
what's Graham do that drives you crazy?
Well, now, at first I said, oh, it's got to be the obvious thing, but then the look of sheer terror on his face made me think that it's probably not that, because I can read my partner's face. But let it be said.
It's also more common than you think.
So at first,
Yeah, wow.
I was going to say, is on his phone too much.
Okay.
But clearly, I will change it to not I don't know, God, you don't really annoy me. I find you quite pleasurable to be around.
So thank you, I appreciate that.
But
so
what
how-
did
I
he
enjoy
write?
your company too.
What did you write on that piece of paper?
Not cleaning up the house enough, I guess, or helping out around with laundry and
What's-
like cooking and.
My answer
What's it
was
say, Graham? What's it
Housework?
say?
I could scoop the kitty poops more often.
I'm gonna give that to
Can
him.
we give him a
Yeah.
half at least for that?
No, Dangler says no.
Yeah. The X is staying.
Judges.
All right.
That is, Dangler is our official judge.
Yeah.
so-
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well,
It's wrong. Everyone's wrong then.
All right. Let's finish this up. I got
Final question. Final question.
Okay.
Off to you, my darling.
Maybe if I wasn't so focused on the phone when I'm using it, I'd realize how much it annoys
What
me.
would you say?
Good luck.
What would you
Let
say?
me just tweet about this.
James wrote on his piece of paper.
Well, Kate, there are so many.
I know. But what does he do that drives you bat bus?
I mean, he's
Oh
got.
crap, there's. Oh shit.
She just.
Bus.
This could go. Okay. There's two.
I mean, like he said earlier, he's got a
This is
clothes that
is
drive me bonkers, and you know, he leaves lights on all the time.
Well, are these your
And
answers?
I thought, no,
she's
She's just making a list. Starting.
I just making sure he knows.
Yes. Before you get on
We
this
told the
air.
internet to back me up in next year.
This is like couples therapy. We're blushing right now.
We're turning this into a learning moment now, James.
Exactly. I gotta take the opportunities when I get them.
All right.
Yes, he leaves the lights on all the time.
That's a good yeah. That's
And keeps cupboard doors open all the time.
We were
I've
really
never
hoping
done
for
that.
your final answer.
Good answer.
Isn't that he's a poltergeist?
Oh yeah, I'm a ghost, by the way.
But does he make annoying lists of your faults?
Probably. Oh God, I hope so.
All right.
I'm gonna have to say leaving the cupboard doors open.
Leaving the. Yes! Good one! That scores you a well-needed point.
Yeah. Look.
Oh, no, hold on. Graham, the phone thing doesn't. Honestly, you have very few traits of motherhood.
Oh, no, we're done with the game. Oh, the game is over.
Oh no, it's not.
Please.
Oh,
It
no,
only
it's not.
bothers me when we're at a family dinner at his parents' house and he takes out the phone and I'm like, "Mark."
All right.
Game
Now they're
is
gonna play the
over.
whole game.
So what this
We
game
have a
is-
winner.
Yeah.
We have a winner.
Yeah.
Never get married.
The
Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say.
The Albertan Sinners have won.
Or the longer that you're together, the least you know about each other.
Yeah.
James and I have been together the longest.
Yep.
Then Graham and Kathleen.
Yep.
Then Jared and Tally.
Yep.
Then Ian and Corey.
You knew it and then you just
stopped
forget.
Yeah. I just started. Yeah.
They're gonna love me anyways. I don't care.
Thank you, chat, for playing along and giving us such great questions. We're so grateful. Please donate some money.
Yes, please.
Oh, that was fun.
Ew.
I think we might have